Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So, pardon me, cough. I thought I had coughed out before I started, but nope. Okay. So, July 2024's Paper Pumpkin Alternative Video Review for July 2024. I just want to sanitize my hand before I start showing the cards. And I'm going to do it again. That was just to clear my throat, but just to make sure. This is why my hands are always so dry. But it works and I don't have to worry too much. So, anyways, let's take a look. So, this is the project instruction sheets that you got with your kit. You could have made 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. On the back, as always, there's that QR code that leads you to a video that will show you how to make the cards as they were designed. This one here will lead you to the Every Celebration dies. Oh, please let me have gotten that one right. I did! Which was a set of 3 that will coordinate with July, August, and September. I cannot wait to see what the next set of 3 are. A visual of everything in the kit and the coordinating colors. Now, when I am done with my kit, I simply tear this apart. This gets recycled. And then this gets folded, and you can fold it all different ways, but let's just do it this way. And I'm going to just fold it down a little bit. And then I use those clear envelopes. You can see my stamp set. This year, Stampin' Up! Started giving us this printed sheet of paper, which I absolutely love. So it comes like this, and it has these little dots. Now you can tear that, or I just fold it in half. And then this, it slides. It can slide. Fits right inside there. So we had this beautiful flower, this little detail. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You're simply the best. Let's celebrate you. Friends like you make life beautiful, and hello. And I got to use all of them, which was awesome. Even the wee little hello. And that hello is wee. It's very tiny. So this now is just going to go in the back of it. Now you can seal it up if you want. I just kind of fold it over like that, usually behind it. And I stored in my set of Paper Pumpkin boxes. I'm just about ready for a new one. So this is it. It's one of those photo boxes. And you can see, here we go. This one, the only thing they need to add is the month on the front, because they don't do that. So this one I know is June 2024. This one is July, right? So this one's just going to go in front. And then I pulled a couple of more. Coughed into my shirt. This is the Delicate Wings. This was from April. So this is July, June. This was May. This is April. And this one, I just stamped the stamps. And this was June 2020s. And I just made used some scrap paper like this, just folded it, stamped on the back, wrote down the name and the month. And this one's going to go in 2020, which is all the way, that's January. Some of these back here, these further ones are not done. So let's see, that's July. I still have some to finish. So that's how I store my paper pumpkins. Now, my dies, I haven't decided, because they did a few dies last year, but this year they came out with a set of dies for every 3 months. The first was the Love of Spring dies. And then it was the Thanks and Beyond. And this one, the stickiness is no longer sticky, right? So that one. And then the Every Celebration dies. Now, these so far, I've left out on my desk. Just because they all have, this one has a great sentiment strip. So does this one. This one has the flower that matches the flower in this month's stamp. Hooray. And then it has this big, beautiful leaf. So if you needed just like an aspen tree leaf, or I want to say maybe a birch tree leaf. No, it's not really aspen-like because it's a little longer. An apple tree, yes. Could be that. See, there's our leaf. So that one is what is left. Let's just pull it off of there. Trying to get that back in there. These, I'm just tucking these for right now on my desk to be used. So this now is all done. It's all closed up. And it's time to see what we did. Oh, sorry. I'm going to take a drink. Another cough drop. Not being able to use my inhaler is starting to get to me. I can't talk and suck on a cough drop, so let's spit that out. And let's try again, right? That's not gonna work. Oh, go ahead and have a good chuckle, please, because I am. Let's look at the cards now. So I did one craft project. I made this for myself. This was like either for a salmon board for some salmon, or it was like a cheese board that was a gift to my husband, and that was not being used. So I stole it a long time ago, and I put it in my craft room, and then I spray painted it, and it came in very, very handy. I still need eye hooks here. I never did get those picked up, but I shall. So let's see. Let's start off with, I don't know what videos are which, but anyways, this was a two-card video, one of the last ones I did. This piece here was simply taken from this piece here, and this, of course, was the stamp and die, excuse me, that I used to make these two cards. So I know that I did, well, how many? We have two. This was the very last one. Now, this one I did struggle with, but I am very pleased with it. And I really like just the two butterflies where they're placed. I think it goes really well. And on the inside, that last little strip for the inside. This one was not a paper pumpkin alternative video. However, this is listed as a double pocket envelope video featuring July 2024's paper pumpkin stamp set, which is that right there, and it has a Velcro dot. This is going to be a little gift with my jams and jellies, which I am now thawing out strawberries and blueberries, raspberries. I didn't get a big yield of raspberries, but I'd like to make raspberry lemonade with them, so that's what I'm using my raspberries for, the ones that are frozen. I didn't get a big enough yield to make raspberry jam. I could go buy some, but I think I'm going to have more than enough jam to do what I need to do with. So these are going to be recipe cards, my jam recipe, a scone recipe, which thank you, Mary. And I just think that's really cute. There's a pocket on the back as well. You can put a little note. I'm going to keep it in with my paper pumpkin supplies, but it was just something simple. So we have three. This one was using two flat pieces of an envelope. Two of the flowers that I cut apart, we glued it back together. We used the hooray right here, did little strips and a little piece of burlap ribbon. The inside, a little something to brighten your day, which I think is a great little sentiment. This, I believe, is the flower. When this one was over here, this is it. This is the other half. So this was my faux lattice or faux slate slab card, which I absolutely just love it. I use some pearlized enamel effects. This is my mini version of that card using the envelope. Now, my spacing could have been a little better there, I noticed, but I'm still very, very pleased with it. It came out darling. These two were at the tail end. All three of these actually were at the tail end of the video series. So this one, I showed you a technique for taking a cloth pad. Please don't try it with a sponge pad. You could, you're not going to get the streakiness because the foam pads just don't do this, but you can buy the little spots. You get 5 of them for like $6 or something. So I just streaked it across everything. I fussy cut this part of the envelope out, added a ribbon, that little bit, and did the corner rounding. Let me show you on the top and the bottom of the card, and it came out lovely. I'm so happy to get these cards. These will all be going out to viewers just like you on my mailing list. I'm so happy with them. This one again was using just a scrap piece of vellum, and I do mean scrap piece. It just happened to be big enough. So you can see here is my scrap bin, right? And you can see I keep, when I cut vellum from a full sheet and I have little pieces, I just keep them in here. Here's that card base that did not come out. This was the card base originally for this card. It did not come out, so we scrapped it, but guess what? It's not going to waste because I have this side, and this side I can use. So that is in the scrap bin as well. And this one was using the card front without any of these. And I just diffused it even more with a piece of vellum. This was from an envelope. This is from an envelope. This right here was cut off of another card base. And I love that it had that little bit of the stems, the bottom of the flower on it, and added some butterflies. And that one's just lovely as well. Oh, this one we used the Petal Park stamp set, and this card was inspired by these two. Now this one was Miss Lori from Bellevue's first paper pumpkin alternative. It's awesome. Absolutely loved it. So I recreated it, ta-da, like this, using some retired bumblebee, which I think goes beautiful with the daisies. So that one is just like staying on my desk. But then I decided, let's go ahead and make it a horizontal version, which I already had a sample from a lovely viewer, Miss Joanne. I keep wanting to say Joanna, but here's hers that she sent me. So that's a great sample. And I just think that went really, really well. It was so simple. This one's missing its envelope, which is right here. So keep those together. This is very reminiscent of the first card. I've got to dig into my stash here to get to it. Of the first card I made using this set. Got a little bent there, not happy. So there's my envelope. You can see how similar they are, right? So the circles, the flowers, we have ribbon. We dyed this ribbon, but this one is actually the envelope itself. So the flap is glued behind here. This is a piece of cardstock, but this is the envelope with the flap, and we just made a beautiful card. So very similar, but a different look altogether. The everyday detail circle dies, and these were just punches. So next one was using that butterfly brought in from another, hold on, paper pumpkin. It was getting stuck on the little, this one used a little bit of lace, brought in some black to just make it stand out. So the butterfly, we used fun foam behind all this to make it rise up more. It's a very substantial card, a little bit of lace. We used 2 of the pink little strips here, the Melon Mambo. Really, really pretty on the inside. That inside came out really nice. I'm really happy with that. This was another envelope card. This piece is what's the opposite of that side. We just flipped it over, stacked them, and put a sentiment, added some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost one. That's this one right here. That's what got stuck on the other one. So let's put that back with the little glue dot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can see the glue dot was right here. It's getting a larger glue dot now. If I can get it going the right way. I put it on the wrong way. It's upside down. There we go. So now it's fixed. Hopefully it doesn't get, let's just do this. I know that's not always the best way, because if this gets wet, that glue business will go in there. That's going to protect it for now. This was my shaker card using a large window envelope that I got off Amazon. Look at that. That came out gorgeous. Now, this is the that piece with the flowers. This is the front of the card base. And that came out so cool. So pleased. I didn't need a sentiment or anything on the front of that card at all. This was my trash piece, guys. And I have gotten some of the best compliments on this card. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I used total different flowers. I just used a piece of DSP that actually was part of the crane. Crane of Fortune, I think is what it was called. But they were soft and subtle, and it kept that calypso coral, which was a theme in this card. This paper pumpkin kit for their cards. This was using a piece that I had die cut this circle out for one of the other cards, and I was like, oh, that will make a great shaker card, and it does. It makes a great one. This is that butterfly bijou. I know I'm not doing it justice. 2 of the flowers, because I did cut the third one off. A little bit of lace. Simply You're the Best. Just some paper DSP layering it up. I think it came out really darling. So these were, this was the first one. This was using the Countryside Inn dies. The card base, hopefully you can see it back there. The front of that card base is there. This is just cutting this one off of this in that frame out, and this is my favorite of the 2. So here I used the cutout from the center. I did another one in vellum, and is it in white? Yes, so there's white and vellum, see? But I stamped on, I embossed the vellum with the greenery 3D retired embossing folder. Then I sponged on it. Then we stamped along the white, let me see. No, we stamped on the back of the vellum, and that's how we got that card. I think it layered up beautifully. Oh, here we go. Nope, almost. These 2 were the same card, because I did this video first, guys, and then it didn't record. So this was the first one. This is, of course, the front part of the envelope. This is the opposite side of this part of the envelope. So to show you how that happened, I ended up recreating it using some white cardstock and a piece of DSP, just like that. And instead of the ribbon, I added a little piece of cardstock. Same punches, use the Heartfelt Hexagon, the labeled with love. And I'm getting the hiccups. And this was in Cajun Craze. Beautiful fall color card. So last but not least was this little, it's gotten kind of squished behind everything. Gonna have to pop it up like so. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Now this one, oh, so just very delicate. This, of course, is a piece of vellum. You can see how it comes apart there. I got another piece of vellum just to diffuse it more. Very simple little card. That was in nod to this one that I did for the Spotlight on Nature's series. This, I believe, was my Fun Fold card, and I gave this one away and they have a week to claim it. So hopefully you guys do. So there's, let's see, user S76YS2ID64, and then Sherry Krogan has, I have 2 of those. So those 2 names, and Hank just picked a number between, I think it was 1 and 19 for this one. This was 1 and 10. And Carol Reed Sanquinetti, also, you won those. If you would like to receive them, please contact me at aliceseraphin1969@gmail.com. Send me your address, and I would love to mail those out to you. So guys, that is going to finish my paper pumpkin review. And please don't forget that I do have Monday videos and Saturday videos that are scheduled. Those, every month I concentrate on one stamp set, suite, or bundle. And I do a whole month of videos with that. That being said, I am going to add a Wednesday series of videos until the end of the holidays, and those will be my holiday cards. Not that I won't do other ones, but you can look for those also on my YouTube channel, because guess what? That's what I'm gonna start. I saw this really cool fun fold called a double arrowhead, which I understand why they call it that. So I've got to try it. I saw it on YouTube while I was laying up, and I'm like, oh, Russell, I've got to make this card. So that might be one of the first ones. I don't know about the first or second, but that's what I'm gonna go play with right now and get to work on those. So thank you all for joining me and allowing me to come into your home and share my love of paper crafting with you. I truly, truly appreciate everything you guys do for me. And if you think that you don't, you are so wrong, because your comments, your likes, by subscribing, they help to get my YouTube videos out there on YouTube. Now, I do not get paid from YouTube. I don't have monetization turned on my videos as of yet. I'm not sure if or when I will, if I even do, because I really just like sharing my videos with you. So please know that. And as always, come back and visit me again in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.